Back, there is a big development in the fight over who can vote in this year's presidential race. So joining us with details on that is Alana Rocha with our partner over at the Texas Tribune. Welcome.
Good morning.
To our new set.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Very nice.
Let's talk about something familiar. We're talking about the voter ID law. It's been in the courts since 2011. What's the latest update on this now?
Sure. Well, the state has agreed to terms that would essentially make it easier for minorities in particular to vote come November. Essentially, they now don't need a photo ID if they don't have one.
Right.
You go to the polls. If you don't have a photo ID, you sign an affidavit saying, I am in fact a U.S. citizen. You do have to bring proof of residency, so that can be a utility bill, a bank statement, something along those lines. And also under these terms, election workers can't question somebody who doesn't have a photo ID as to why they don't have one. So, you know, it also calls for Texans, or the state of Texas rather, to spend somewhere around $2.5 million in outreach to educate voters on this latest change in the law.
And so is that it? There's nothing left to resolve? Are we done?
No. As you said, 2011, it's an ongoing court saga, and the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals left unresolved whether or not lawmakers in passing this law in 2011 intentionally discriminated against minorities in passing it. And of course, you know, to prove intentions is not easy, but if it is proven and that's how the judge rules, then it could land Texas back on the list of states that have to have their election laws approved by the federal government.
Okay, intent. That is something that maybe Attorney General Ken Paxton is looking at this morning, because he has taken his case to a higher court too. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, his attorneys filed an appeal on Tuesday with the Court of Criminal Appeals, trying kind of last effort. He's had multiple unsuccessful efforts in trying to dismiss the securities fraud charges pending against him, and this is the last attempt to dismiss the case before it could go to trial.
Okay, this has been back and forth for quite some time, maybe not unusual in the court system, but what are the special prosecutors having to say this time around?
They're saying, again, because this is, you know, the last of multiple attempts, that, you know, kind of they've been here before, and that the lower courts have ruled that the, you know, merits of what they're arguing can't be resolved before the case goes to trial. So, well, remains to be seen. We'll be following it for sure.
We'll wait and see. Campus carry, that is in effect right now, but a big development could happen later on today.
Yes, I was here a couple weeks ago talking about how 3 UT professors, UT Austin professors, had filed lawsuit against the merits of the law. They have a court hearing this morning on that case, a case that Paxton, the Attorney General, called frivolous just earlier this week. So we'll see what happens.
He's asking, throw it out of the courts. Let it happen right now as it is right now.
Right. Preliminary injunction hearing, I think, is the exact hearing happening.
All right, Alana, thank you for all of that. We'll see you next time to talk about even more politics in the Texas Tribune.
Thank you.
All right, David.